There is a chemical called Red 3 that's banned in lipstick, and it's been banned for a really long time, since 1990, over 30 years. But it's still allowed in strawberry milk drinks that we give to kids and cancer patients.
Hello and welcome to the Doge and Maha News Channel. My name is Chris. In today's video, we're going to react to a video of Vani Hari, also known as the Food Babe. She is on the Jesse Waters Show. Let's go ahead and check this out. She has a lot of great information, and I think we're both going to learn a lot.
Oh, we're not telling people what to eat. We're just telling people to knock off putting poison in what we eat. Vani Hari is a New York Times best-selling author and health activist known as the Food Babe. All right, Food Babe, what are they putting in our food?
They're putting all kinds of chemicals that are banned and heavily regulated in other countries. American iconic companies are using ingredients that are safer and better in other countries while serving us the more toxic, poisonous version.
Isn't that so interesting? I mean, I know we talk about that a lot, but I mean, American food companies give a safer version of their product to other countries, to Canada, Australia, Europe. And for America, they give us the one that's full of toxic crap. I mean, still, it's not healthy, but at least it doesn't, at least for the other countries, they're not getting all the chemical additives in there.
We have the biggest cereal companies in the United States feeding our kids artificial food dyes that they don't use in countries like Australia, Canada, all of Europe, in India. It's a travesty that we allow our own American food companies to do this. And you can see what happened yesterday at the Senator Bernie Sanders hearing, how the FDA has been asleep at the wheel. They are not holding these food companies accountable. And it's activists like me that have to do this work. And it's really sad. Our politicians and our elected officials should be doing this work.
So you have a regular product, and maybe that product 10, 20, 30 years ago, there was just a couple ingredients. You know, you look at the ingredients, there's like 2 or 3 things. Now you look in the ingredients, there's like 50, and I can't pronounce any of them. What are the things that they're putting in there? Is it sugars? Is it toxins? Is it preservatives, additives? What exactly is it?
Well, in the last 50 or so years, there's been about 10,000 chemicals added to the American food supply, where countries in Europe only have 400 approved for use. A bowl of cereal like this.
That's a key word right there, approved for use. So in other countries, they have to approve that it's safe to use in food. You know, they have to prove, the companies have to prove that it's okay to put in their food. However, in America, the companies, all they have to do is say, okay, this is not harmful, and they've done some studies or whatever. And most of the time, the studies are obviously biased. They're paid for by the company. The results, they get the results that they want. So, of course, the ingredient that they want to add to the food, or the chemical that they want to add to the food, of course, it's going to be shown as non-harmful.
That you would never know that has artificial food dyes in it, but this one has an artificial food dye called caramel color level 4. It's made with heating ammonia. It turns into a carcinogen, cancerous compound, according to the International Agency for Research on Cancer. This same cereal company does not use caramel color level 4 in the same cereal that they serve for other countries.
Boy, doesn't that sound good? Caramel number 4. What was the name of that thing? Doesn't that sound so yummy? But again, why are they putting this in American food but not in the same product for other countries?
Then you've got, you know, America's favorite chips. This has Red 40. The FDA admitted yesterday that they have not reviewed the safety data for Red 40 in over a decade. When Red 40 was actually intended for use, it was intended at a very low microdose, like 20 milligrams. They're saying now that Americans get up to close to 200 milligrams of artificial food dyes that are made from coal tar and petroleum that are linked to hyperactivity in children.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, these chemicals that they're putting into our food are made from coal tar and petroleum. and they're linked to hyperactivity. No wonder our kids are going crazy. No wonder they're full of anxiety and stress and all sorts of other issues that our food is causing. And, no one says anything about it except for people like Vani Hari, the food babe. She's a huge advocate. She's actually gone to companies and got petitions with hundreds of thousands of signatures to have them pull ingredients out of their food products. So she's doing a great work.
There is a chemical called Red 3 that's banned in lipstick, and it's been banned for a really long time, since 1990, over 30 years, but is still allowed in strawberry milk drinks that we give to kids and cancer patients.
All right, so
this is the problem with our FDA.
The FDA is so corrupt. I mean, it is ridiculous. How many of the leaders of the FDA have worked for big food corporations, or how many are planning to go to work for big food corporations? As long as they toe the corporation line, they have a great job lined up for them when they get done with their role at the FDA. FDA is a great stepping stone if you want to get a big food corporate job. Go work at the FDA, get paid by both the FDA and the food corporations, and then go get your cushy job at the food corporation because you did their bidding for several years at the FDA.
Babe, it's not just what they're putting in. They're trying to push people into eating this type of food, right? Like, so they say cereal for breakfast, right? No, we should be eating eggs for breakfast, things like that, berries, right?
We need to shift the American diet to whole, real foods. And I'll tell you, when I did that personally, my whole life changed. I went off 9 prescription drugs and lived a life that I never thought was possible for the first time ever. And that's what I wish for every single American out there. Our ultra-processed foods by the food industry are being created to be ultra addictive and make us fat and sick. And now we see that in the chronic disease rates that are skyrocketing through our nation.
This isn't.
I don't think they're intentionally trying to make us sick. They're definitely trying to make their food addictive, right? Because they want to sell more and more and more. They want us to eat more of it. They want us to choose their cereal over nutritious things like eggs and berries, like Jesse mentioned. They want us to eat their cereal, so they make it addictive. They make it super yummy. I love cereal, but I haven't eaten cereal in a long time. But I love it. I love it as a kid. I loved it as an adult. But now I just basically eat eggs and avocados in the morning. But that's the thing, is it's super addictive, and the result of that addiction and the result of the chemicals that they have in there are chronic illnesses. So, and then of course pharma comes in on the back end and supplies us with all sorts of drugs so that we can feel better.
Bankrupting big food, that's not going to be the result. They're still going to make plenty of money, right?
Absolutely. We're not talking about banning all of these different foods. We're talking about making the foods the same way they make for other countries.
Right.
It's a rigged food system here in the United States.
Right. Instead of America last, where we get all the bad stuff and other countries get all the good stuff, America first. We should have the freshest ingredients. We should have the healthiest food.
Exactly.
On a baseline level.
Absolutely. And American companies have to do something ethical here. It's a moral obligation to serve us the safer version of their products.
Now you're getting a little crazy. Ethical. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's maybe strike for balance at first. Oh, boy. All right, food babe.
I'm an idealist. What can I say?
You are. We need a lot of idealists right now. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, so I totally agree with that point that Jesse made there at the end. We're not asking, or I'm not asking for the food companies to be banned or for their foods to be banned. I want free choice. I want us as Americans to be able to choose what we want to eat and put into our bodies. Ultimately, it's our choice. However, I do want the food companies to stop using these 10,000 chemicals that are banned in other countries and start to give us the same version of the product that they are giving to Canada, Australia, and Europe and other countries like that. Give us the same version. Get rid of all the chemicals that are in it. Let's ban these chemicals for eating and just use foods that have approved ingredients in them. If you want Fruit Loops, great, do it, but at least let's get rid of the version that has the red dye 40 and the yellow dyes and all the different weird chemical ingredients, and let's use the version of Fruit Loops that has beet for the red dye and other like more natural ingredients to color their food instead of all these chemicals that are made from coal tar and petroleum. So let's just start there. That's all I'm asking. This is very interesting. I'm very curious to see what RFK Jr. does with this Make America Healthy Again agenda. If this is interesting to you as well, you should like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to bring you daily stories regarding making America healthy again. And if you're interested in some of the other videos I've made in the same area, I do have a playlist. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. You can go ahead and check out all of my MAHA related videos right there. I'm learning a lot, and I hope you do as well. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care.